Best to get back and crack on with the accounts. Yes, that was the wise decision. The decision that killed him. Donald Babinger was almost back at the bandstand when he felt the first tightness in his chest, the first difficulty in getting his breath. His vision blurred and swam. He blinked and shook his head to clear it, but the world was going grey. The sky was darkening. His breathing came in ragged gasps. His chest continued to tighten. The ground under his feet was no longer damp grass, but dry dust. The shopping centre was gone. The bandstand was gone. Everything was gone, and in its place... "Oh, my..." Babinger started to say. But no words came. He had no breath to speak them. Babinger was on his knees, his hands tearing at his burning throat. His tongue fizzed like his saliva was boiling. His eyes felt like they were about to burst. Babinger's whole body seemed light and bloated. He fell onto his back, convulsing and shaking. So cold! Then, abruptly, he was still. The drizzle pattered on his face. It pooled into his unseeing eyes until it overflowed and ran gently down his face like tears. "We'll need a post-mortem, of course," the pathologist said. The police sergeant nodded. He waited for the photographer to finish, then gestured to the waiting ambulance crew. "You can take him away now, poor bloke." He turned to the pathologist. "So what do you reckon?" Dr. Winterbourne shrugged. He'd worked with the police for over 20 years, long enough to know not to commit himself, but also to be aware that sometimes a quick diagnosis could be vital. "Probably heart failure. He seems healthy enough, apart from being dead, of course. But you can never tell, just because he looks young and fit." He sighed. "There's no justice in the world." Sergeant Rickman suppressed a grin. "Oh, thanks for that. I mean, not in this sort of thing. I know." They both watched solemnly as the ambulance men drew a dark plastic sheet over the body on the stretcher. "Yes, must have been."